Hiya folks, Connor Wells here, hope you all are having a good week so far. So, I thought I'd do another video for my top 5 favourite records, because last time was a very difficult choice. I had to narrow it down to some of my top 5, so these are going to be the bottom half, like my bottom 10, here we go. But yeah, these were difficult to choose as well, because as you can see I've got quite a little selection there and it was very difficult to choose from. I might have to do a guilty pleasures video as well, but I'll do that for another one. But yeah, I'm going to do 5 more of my favourite records of all time, so let's see. I'm going to start with this one over here. So this is Grant Nicholas's solo album. This is his debut solo album. Picked that up in York, where I went to go and see him live at Fibbers, really cool venue. Got to meet him backstage. I think I posted the photo back on Facebook a few years ago. But yeah, he signed the CD, if you can see that there we go. Yeah, he signed the CD and he gave me a few badges as well, which was nice of him, and he's got a copy of my album Home Is Where Your Heart Is, so that was nice of him. But no, this was such a good album, one of my favourites. Yeah, I think this is the standard version. It came with like 15 tracks. Really great songwriting. He's such an underrated songwriter. He's brilliant. The finger picking, sort of inspired by Nick Drake, who's one of my favourites as well. Just a really brilliant album. If you want highlights, as I always do for these videos, highlights are Time Stood Still and Silent in Space. Really good tracks. Brilliant, beautiful melodies. And he's got a really good backing band when he was doing the solo tour as well. He started off just himself, but then he got a band together. He was out in Japan playing Fuji rock as well. So yeah, that's a really good album. Let's put this back together. There we go. Yeah, so that's number 1, which is Yorktown Heights by Grant Nicholas. Really great one. Put that there. Number 2, this is a singer that I really love. Amazing guitarist. Recently put a new album out this year. This is by John Mayer, Born and Raised. One of my favourite albums. Not many people like this one compared to his other stuff, but I just love this album. The songwriting is just brilliant. The guitar work is probably some of his best as well. He's got a great band behind him on this album as well. Nah, really good album. Love this one. My favourite song on the album is just so difficult to choose. Like, I don't know. I think Walt Grace's Submarine Test, that's such a good song. It's just a shame that he doesn't play it live. He's played it live a few times. I think only at a handful of shows, but he doesn't play it a lot. But he plays it on a national guitar. It just sounds brilliant with his finger picking as well. So yeah, Walt Grace Submarine Test, January 1967. Very good song, amazingly written. And then probably A Face to Call Home. That's such a good song. He used to finish his shows with that. It's just such a sort of anthemic song. Anthemic? I think that's a word. Atmospheric. Very atmospheric song. One of my favourites on there. Really great album. And I love the album cover as well. Really great album cover. Don't know if you can see it if my camera gets itself together. Here we go. Yeah, beautiful album cover. There's a video on YouTube of the person who made it and designed it as well. So yeah, that is number 2, Born and Raised by John Mayer. Number 3. Yeah, number 3. So this is a band that I discovered by accident in the credits to a film called American Pie. And they did the theme tune, that song, 1 week. Such a funny song. And this is Bare Naked Ladies. It's their 2015 album. No, 2013, sorry, 2013 album. It's called Grinning Streak, which is quite a good title. I quite like that, very catchy. But yeah, I've loved Bare Naked Ladies for a while. Let me find where I put them. I've got 3 or 4 of their albums. I've got, what's it called, Silver Ball, got the Greatest Hits, I've got Everything for Everyone. Really great albums. They're such good songwriters. It's a shame Stephen Page left, because I think this is their 2nd album after one of the singers left, but still, they're so good. Highlights for me are Odds Are and Did I Say That Out Loud. Did I Say That Out Loud? It's got a funny story behind it. It's basically written about a guy who was on webcam to his girlfriend who was planning to propose, and he was surrounded by candles and everything, and accidentally set a part of himself on fire, which It's not the best way to start a proposal, is it? Especially if you set yourself on fire, if you know what I mean. But yeah, really funny music video towards it. But yeah, odds are, did I say that out loud, my highlights for that album. But yeah, that is Grinning Streak by Bare Naked Ladies. Great album. Right, let me see. Yes, here we go. One of my favourite albums ever. I don't know why I didn't put this in the first one, because I must have just missed this one, but it's so good. This is a rarities collection by Nick Drake, and it's called Made to Love Magic. There was an original release just called Magic, which just featured the song Magic and a few greatest hits, but these are sort of lost recordings. So it's got Riverman from his first album, 5 Leaves Left, but it's just acoustic. So I think it was recorded as a demo back in Cambridge when he used to go to college, but this is just acoustic. So the original version of 5 Leaves Left has a huge orchestral piece and it's beautiful, but this is just him and the acoustic. The melodies are slightly different as well, but it's really, really beautiful. It's got a different version of Thoughts of Mary Jane, Rider on the Wheel, which is one of the last songs he recorded. So this album is actually features some of the last recordings he ever done. There was 4 famous ones, which were Rider on the Wheel, Hanging on a Star, Black Eyed Dog and Toe the Line. So those were the last 4 songs Nick ever recorded, which were going to go on a 4th album, but didn't happen. But Black Eyed Dog is one of those songs that you can't really listen to very often. It's a very, very bleak song, but still a beautiful song. And then Hanging on a Star is written about, because he was so ahead of his time musically, he didn't really gain much fame until after he died. So one of the lyrics are, "Why leave me hanging on a star if you deem me so high?" Which pretty much sums up Nick's career. He only got a charted hit after it was featured in a Volkswagen advert, and I think that song was Pink Moon. But yeah, highlights for this album are 3 Hours, a really, really cool version of 3 Hours from 5 Leaves Left. It features a Kahan, what else? A flute solo as well, which is brilliant. A slightly different middle 8 as well, really, really good. And then let's see, Joey's a really good song as well, beautiful song. It's just him on an acoustic and it's just all done in one take. But I think the last 4 songs that he recorded were all out of, the guitar wasn't tuned properly, so if you want to play along to them, if you manage to learn them, it's impossible to play along to them because the guitar's not, it's actually tuned sharp. So, almost dropped it there. So yeah, brilliant album. It's called Made to Love Magic by Nick Drake. So yeah, check that out if you get the chance. That's number 4. And then my last one for this video, I might do another one, maybe like, yeah, Guilty Pleasures or something, because I've got a few dodgy CDs that I think it's about time I share with you. But yeah, this is Chris Cornell's final album. It's called Higher Truth, and it's one of my favourites. It's the last album he finished before he died. I know he released a single and a video to go with that a few days before he died, but as a solo artist, not a Soundgarden. But yeah, this is called Higher Truth by Chris Cornell, and it's such a brilliant album. I've always loved this album since it came out. I've got a few more of his albums. What have I got? Where have they gone? Yeah, I've got Carry On. I've got his live one as well. I've got I think I've got all of them actually. Yeah, I have actually. Yeah, I've got all of them. But he's such a good songwriter. I know he's like the sort of a grunge idol, but when he's playing acoustic, it's just beautiful. Especially on his, let's see, let me grab it, because it's such a good album. I might add it in as an extra. Here we go. Another one of his just beautiful albums, which was Songbook. It's like the live sessions that he did from his tour. Which is just him and acoustic, and some of these are just him and acoustic, but it's such a brilliant album, really well written as well. My tracks are probably Before We Disappear is a brilliant song. It's the 4th track on the album, really, really great. And then Worried Moon, because this album was inspired by Nick Drake as well, and Nick Drake just inspires everyone really. So if you haven't checked Nick Drake out, check him out. But yeah, this album, he started learning to play Nick Drake songs, started playing in Nick Drake's tunings as well, which are really, really complex tunings. I can't play in them, it's just impossible. But yeah, brilliant album. If you get the chance, go pick it up. It's always available in HMV and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, Higher Truth by Chris Cornell / Songbook, which is like a live album. It's got live versions of Fell on Black Days, Like a Stone, and Black Hole Sun. That's just brilliant. Just him on an acoustic. But it's brilliant. And then he does an acoustic version of John Lennon's Imagine, which is just brilliant. But yeah, that is my final album for this video. Yeah, thanks for checking out the video. Smash the subscribe button, give it a like and a share. You also earn brownie points for that. Don't forget, tomorrow is the final day to enter my competition to win a signed free copy of my brand new EP, Soldiers. All you got to do is comment on the video on my Facebook page or on the photos. Tell me what your favourite album is. I've told you some of mine, so now it's your turn to tell me some of yours. That's a good deal, I think. You get free copies, signed photos, and a nice little personalised thank you letter as well. So yeah, thank you very much for the view, guys. Hopefully see you soon at one of my gigs. I've got lots of coming up in London as well. But yeah, have a great weekend, guys. Cheers.